Mayweather said he wanted to fight Manny Pacquiao on May 2nd. The fact is, he's always wanted to fight him, but apparently Bob Arum has been the problem. Well, Manny Pacquiao has heard this, and he's decided to respond. This is what he had to say. He, Mayweather, has reached a dead end. He has nowhere to run but to fight me. I will try my best to make this a thrilling and entertaining fight, but I doubt if he's going to engage me in a slugfest. You all know his fighting style. Most of his previous fights, if not all, induced us to sleep. Mayweather can get the amount he wants. And as early as January this year, I challenged him to a charity fight. Until now, he has not agreed to it. So money, not the issue in our fight. Let me dissect that. Two things. Floyd's at a dead end. His fights have induced us to sleep as of late. And Manny doesn't want the money. He'll give it to charity. Your reaction, Skip Bayless.
Stephen A. Smith. I don't know what the motivation is for this back and forth between Manny and Floyd, but on Manny's part, I don't know if he's trying to hype a fight that he knows is going to happen. I don't think that's happening. I don't believe the fight is going to happen. I think Manny Pacquiao is speaking straight from the heart. Clearly, he is daring Floyd to fight him. But now he has gone so far as to say that he challenged Floyd Mayweather Jr. to fight him for charity. Nothing. Make it a legacy fight. And I think you do agree with me on this point. This is a legacy fight for both of them. Wouldn't you buy that much?
More so for Floyd.
Okay, fine. Either way. I think it is for Manny, too, but we could debate that. But again, Manny is saying money is not the object anymore. I'll fight him for free. Let's just go. You tell me where to be, tell me what time, and I'll fight you for nothing. And then he goes into, I doubt he's going to engage me in a slugfest. Most of his previous fights, if not all, induced us to sleep. Now, I'm not sure Manny wrote those words because I'm not sure he would use the word induced us to sleep. I'm not sure about that. But I must tell you, when I read these quotes last night, I LOL'd. I laughed out loud because that's funny. Because it's true. Most of Floyd's fights induce me to sleep. I kind of nod off because I give you this. He's the greatest defensive fighter ever, pound for pound. But in the end, he can't win a pillow fight when it comes to punching power. Manny can flat out punch. Manny can match Floyd in hand quickness. I think Manny is close to Floyd in defensive capabilities. That's why Floyd continues to be afraid, continues to run from Manny Pacquiao. And now this is the ultimate dare because he's saying, I don't even care about getting paid. I just want to fight you. Fight me anywhere. Like he'd meet him in the alley and they'd fight if nobody was watching. Manny just wants to fight Floyd because Manny knows in his heart of hearts he can whip this man who continues to run from him. This is the ultimate dare. I love this more than anything that's happened so far in this verbal sparring, this back and forth.
The thing about inducing to sleep is kind of uncomfortable because you know where this one's going to go.
Well, it's okay. He can go wherever he wants to go because I think like Floyd, is backed into a corner.
Manny would know something about being asleep.
Here we go.
There is no question about that. but I will say this. I will say this. When I read what I read, first of all, Manny didn't write that. Secondly, Bob Arum and his minions with this promotional company probably wrote that, and that just shows you what kind of cachet Arum has in all of this, because we all know he has something to gain out of this because he's going to have a promotional stake in this fight. There's no way he's going to let it happen. Secondly, Manny is lying because Manny's not going to fight for free. Manny doesn't fight anybody for free. Not working for Arum because Arum wants his 33%. All right, so let's get that out of the way. Not knocking them for it, just speaking fact here. So now that we've got that hyperbole and those erroneous stuff being put out there.
He says he challenged it.
Listen, but everybody knows not to take that seriously because the minute you say, yeah, you're going to ultimately end up saying, are we going to get paid? So I love the fact that Manny said all of this for several reasons. Number one, there should be no problem then with whatever your split is. So if Floyd come to you with a 60-40 or 70-30 split, since you said you'd fight him for free, you should be willing to accept whatever conditions Floyd wants.
That's fair.
Bob Arum with his excuses. No, Canelo Alvarez and Miguel Cotto, Mexican, Latino, they should be fighting on Cinco de Mayo, not Floyd. He's absolutely right. But Floyd obviously is trying to call all the shots. That's when he customarily fights. That's what he wants. So therefore, if you're Bob Arum, even though you're right with what you're saying, that Alvarez and Cotto should be the ones fighting on Cinco de Mayo, because that's like you wanting to fight for Black History Month, and two Hispanic fighters come and try to move you out of the way so they can fight in Black History. That's not right.
I agree.
So Bob Arum's right about that. But if that's the kind of guy that Floyd Mayweather wants to be, and you want to fight bad enough, so be it. Move it back a week. Here's the deal. In the end, what it comes down to is this, Skip Bayless. Manny Pacquiao has also painted himself in the corner, because now he has to accept whatever conditions Floyd Mayweather Jr. wants. And he's eradicated the excuses for himself as well. Now, do I believe this is a legacy fight, to back up my point, more so for Floyd than Manny? Yes, I do. Here's why Manny has the advantage. Manny clearly is not scared of losing, because he's lost several times in his career. Floyd Mayweather is unblemished. And I think just as much of fighting a person, Floyd thinks about that unblemished record.
Yeah, that's true.
What he's not comprehending is that the sports world, the world at large, no longer cares about that. We respect the great Rocky Marciano and others. But you know something? Larry Holmes, one of the great heavyweights of all time, he was somebody to be respected. He's not undefeated. George Foreman, he's respected. He's not undefeated. Mike Tyson, to this very day, and we saw him get knocked out. Nothing but respect for that man, because we know how great he was. Sugar Ray Leonard, Tommy Hitman Hearns, Marvelous Marvin Hagler, Roberto Duran. The list goes on and on.
Muhammad Ali.
And of course, the greatest, Muhammad Ali. None of the great fighters in the history of boxing, nobody mentions whether they were undefeated or not. It's who they beat. And in the end, if you're Floyd, Manny calling you out has literally put your legacy into question, because if you do not fight him, Floyd Mayweather Jr., who is undefeated, unblemished, no one cares anymore, because this dude who has been in your weight class has spent years calling you out. Now, my sources tell me that Floyd has been trying to make this fight for 4 years, and it ain't in Floyd's camp. These are guys that work in boxing that don't particularly like Floyd, and have confessed that Floyd has gotten a bad rap because Floyd has been trying to make this fight for years. But
under what conditions, though?
Well, again, what I'm saying to you is, you had that question to ask legitimately until this morning. When Manny Pacquiao says he's willing to fight for free, you no longer get to ask that question.
The fight should happen.
If you wanted that bad and you offered charity, then what do the conditions matter? So clearly he's lying about something. In the end, though, it still doesn't let Floyd off the hook. I can't recall in the history of boxing somebody, a champion who is unblemished, being called out this much, to this degree,
you're right,
this publicly, and a fight never happened. So I'm with you in this sense. I do not believe Floyd is scared. I do not believe Floyd will lose. I think Floyd will give Manny Pacquiao a boxing lesson, and I think there's something to be said for his power from this respect. Clearly, he's got enough to keep people off of him, because he's not running all the time. Floyd sits there and boxes. He's just a brilliant defensive fighter, but he's got stuff that's keeping him off of him. But in the end, all of that stuff and all of my support for Floyd Mayweather Jr., the boxer, cannot gloss over the fact that you are in the Manny Pacquiao era. You have been called out repeatedly. If Floyd Mayweather Jr. does not fight Pacquiao, that will be his legacy, not his record.
Well, there you go.
Okay, but wasn't it, I'm losing track of the days, but wasn't it 2 years ago that Manny sat right in that chair next to you?
Right there, next to you.
That's
right. Yeah. Marquez, before putting him to sleep, was next to me.
Okay, that's a good reminder. Before he put him to sleep, he was right there.
He was right here. Marquez was right here next to me.
Did Manny wear your glasses?
Yeah, he took off his shades, and when he was laughing at me about what he would do to Floyd.
Yeah, because he's not afraid.
And Marquez sat there and said, hello, don't forget
about
me.
Yeah.
And then put him to sleep.
Yeah.
Because you know why? Manny forgot about it.
He did.
He just got bored.
He was looking ahead.
He got distracted.
Yeah.
He didn't see
Okay,
board.
so that day, I think Manny broke some news because sitting right here, Manny said, and I don't remember the exact numbers of the split, but he was agreeing to like a 60-40 split, and he agreed, test me on the day of the fight. Needle test me for whatever you want to. I'll do it. I'll take a blood test on the day of the fight. He said it right here. Wasn't it 2 years ago?
I am telling you, and
ago.
I don't think it was because of Manny. I am telling you, my sources with Showtime, with HBO, with people that I know that are in the world of boxing who do not particularly like Floyd, says that Floyd was behind the scenes trying to make a fight happen for the last several years, and that Bob Arum primarily got in the way. So my point is, with Manny saying what he said, that eradicates that excuse now because it's up to Manny to deal with Bob Arum, figure it out. But Floyd, in the end, I'm not absolving Floyd. He's got to fight Pacquiao because I've got to. Remember when I said, y'all, fight Cotto or fight Alvarez, it would be respectable, but the fight we want is Pacquiao?
Yeah.
I have now gotten to the point where I'm not interested in seeing Floyd fight at all unless it's against Pacquiao. If it's not against Pacquiao, I'm not interested. I'm not buying the fight, not watching it. I don't care. I want Pacquiao. I want him to give Pacquiao the boxing lesson, even though Pacquiao's a beautiful human being. He's such a nice guy. He really, really is. He's a sweetheart. But I do want to see him get a boxing lesson.
Yeah.
Because I do believe that he deserves to get spanked. And that's exactly what I believe Floyd will do. Floyd is going to school him.
You know what Floyd reminds me of now? It's what you say sometimes when a fight or near fight breaks out in an NBA game, and one guy is like 30 feet over here being restrained by his teammates saying, let me at him, let me at him. He's being restrained, and you laugh and say, he doesn't want any part of him. I'm laughing at Floyd. He doesn't want any part of Manny. He's saying all the right things, but when it comes time to do the conditions of the fight, to actually say, hey, I'll try this if you'll do that. Nope.
Real quick, this is the bottom line, guys. Floyd, I probably get cussed out again, such is life. Here's the deal. Floyd is at the point right now where the boxing world
wants to see
is
it.
turning against him because there's no Pacquiao fight. They want
Odds makers say if, in fact, this fight does happen, they give the chance, 75% chance to Floyd Mayweather, saying he will beat Manny Pacquiao.
Floyd is going to give him a